So Mike, I've noticed you've got enormous arms.
Why, thank you, thank you.
Okay, so Mike, it's very common for people to want to know how to get bigger arms. It's like a really common question in the gym, right? So have you got any like basic tips for someone that wants to grow bigger arms?
Yes, so I would probably say you're gonna have to train them directly. Okay, so having a specific arm day or training biceps with another muscle group or triceps with another muscle group is going to be beneficial. I would secondly say that you probably need to be following some kind of a training program, that is going to help to build size in your arms. You can't just try and wing it every time you go to the gym and not really track your progress, because you're just not going to have a clue about what's going on. I think one of the biggest things is form and exercise execution. So whenever you do any kind of bicep or tricep exercise, everything needs to be locked down. Like literally everything needs to stay the same. Elbows needs to be fixed in place, and you ideally want to go through a full range of motion. Also, quality of the contractions. So whenever you are doing some kind of a curl or some kind of an extension, you want to try and squeeze the contraction as hard as you possibly can. Okay, that makes a huge difference. I see a lot of people just kind of swinging the weights around and not really, squeezing and holding the contraction. They're basically making the exercise easier for themselves, when you ideally want to be making it as hard as possible for yourself. And then varying the exercises. So let's say, for example, if you're trying to get bigger biceps, if you're always just doing the same kind of movement, just standing upright, and it's just a form of a curl with the same grip, you're gonna limit the potential for growth throughout the entire, bicep. You want to vary the angle of your torso, the angle at where you're pulling the weights, your grip. And again, you want to change up with the rep ranges which you're doing. So sometimes you might want to go through a few weeks of actually building a bit of strength, where you're focusing on doing more sets, fewer reps, heavier weight, with a longer rest period in between. And then you want to go through phases of, like a pump phase, where you're doing potentially like supersets, drop sets, and going for a much higher number of reps with a lower weight. So it's having some kind of structure to it, and going through cycles of your training, which is it's going to help get you big biceps and triceps.